welcome back to the Dash Sisters podcast. It's episode number 6, and our long distance recording studio is super long distance today. I'm not really at home where I usually am. I'm actually in India. I'm actually in Ahmedabad, and yeah, we're doing something as usual, something a little bit different. And I'll over to Gauri, reporting to Gauri now.
I think the outdoors has just given you too much oxygen and made you just so jumpy.
Like
I love
alive
it.
now. We should always do it outside, Gauri. Like this is so good.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is a particularly special episode because neither Maithilee nor I are in our actual, spaces that we've spent so much time trying to put together for this audio. Now we're just in the outdoors. I'm coming in from Madikeri and she's in Ahmedabad. But this is so exciting because for the first time in a very long time, we're both in the same location, broadly, country-wise at least.
Which is a big deal because honestly, we're like coordinating time zones and work schedules, and our friends are sometimes in other time zones. Scheduling is hard, guys, especially when you're an adult with a job.
There's another reason this episode is particularly special is because it's the 6th episode, and 6 is also the day my lovely co-host turns 30. So this is a bit of a big moment, you guys. So what we're going to do today is we're going to take a page out of Vogue's magazine book. I can't really say Vogue's book, no, it's like a magazine. But okay, we're going to take a page out of there and do 30 questions for turning 30. And Maithilee is going to take us through Ahmedabad while she does it. I say Ahmedabad, probably that one park. But okay, Maithilee, are you ready? This is super rapid fire, so let's be rapid.
Okay, don't throw scary questions my way. I think I'm ready. Can you hear me? Okay, can you see me? Okay, are we good to do this?
It's
I
great.
can do this with my 29-year-old energy because very soon it's gonna change. But yes, I'm ready.
Okay, got it. Let's go. Question number 1, fairly easy. Are you excited about turning 30?
In a calm and steady way, yes.
Okay, are you a morning person? Considering the schedule of this shoot, you better say yes.
Yes, big time. All about the sunrise, all about that fresh morning energy. Yes, big time.
Okay, amazing. What's your most played song of all time? Don't think, just this first song that comes to your head.
It's We Return to Love by Anushka Shankar. I'm connected to the motherland, guys.
Oh. Okay, if your life was a sitcom, what would this season be called?
This season of my life is a little bit special, so I will lead with romance, rituals, and receipts, because you gotta work hard to keep this life moving.
Oh my god, the triple R. Are you on a trampoline? Wait, that's not one of the 30 questions, but are you on a trampoline?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Okay, do you think you're the type of person who generally wings it in life, and are you going to keep winging it in your 30s?
I definitely wing it in life, but this time moving forward strategically is the goal.
Ooh, strategic winging. Okay, describe yourself at 15 years old, but in one word.
Daydreamer, big time.
I don't think that's changed so much. Okay, what's a boarding school moment that lives rent-free in your head?
From school, it's definitely sitting at the edge of the boundary near the girls' block, looking out into the sunset at the man hill, the man with the face hill. I did that so many times. It was my favorite spot. So yeah, definitely that.
Such a good one. Okay, what's a totally useless talent you have? I feel like I could list many, but okay.
I can ride the unicycle, guys. Yes.
Hey, that's not useless. That's a great one.
What do I do with that? I don't know.
Okay. What did you think adulthood would be like, and were you wrong?
It would be like everything I dreamed of would like magically just be there, like when I was older. But the ride is hellish, and I didn't know that it was going to be that hard. Like to get to what you really dream of sounds simple. It's really not. It's not. Do something.
Do something. Okay. What part of yourself are you most proud of today?
I'm really proud of my heart and how I learned to trust it in this world that's super chaotic.
Oh, that's a good one. Okay. What's your most irrational fear? Do you have any?
I do. So, like when people give you surprises and they're like, hey, close your eyes. And then they like have something in their face and they put it in your hand. I am freaked out by that because like, what if it's a bug? I can't handle that moment. It's freaky.
But you're not bug averse, are you?
I'm not, but like that moment where they put something in your hand, I'm just like, it could be freaking anything. And usually it's like something cute, like a note or like a candy or something. But it's like, I don't know.
I think it's the fear of the unknown of what's in the hand.
It
Uh,
totally is.
okay, what's the really petty thing that annoys you?
Really petty thing. I mean, hey, me, there's like so many to pick from, like coughing, heavy breathing. But one that really bugs me these days, because I'm a train girl in Tokyo, is when people are listening to heavy metal music on their headphones, but you can hear it outside the headphones. Like, dude, take a hint, be quiet.
Okay, what's a belief that you had at 18 that's completely changed at, well, 30?
Belief that changed at 30 is that people are truthful. I think I always believed straight off, like that whole being naive thing when you're younger, that you can trust what people say, but really, people are not that truthful, and you have to really go inward a bit more.
I'm still going to stay a little bit closer to when you were 18. Who's someone you wanted to impress when you were in your 20s?
In my 20s, I was like straight up, I want to say pretty boys, but to be honest, I worked with kids a lot when I was in my 20s, like 3-4 year olds in kindergarten. So I think it was really all about them, and also sadly professors in school for academic reasons, unfortunately.
Okay, what are you still unlearning?
I'm still unlearning like this whole like my way highway thing. Like I know people give me their opinions, and like I'm trying to be so nice and kind to pretend to listen to them, but now I'm trying to turn the pretense into actually listening to being really open-hearted and really learning to take in what people say.
Okay, good one. If you had a warning label, what would it be?
Objects in the mirror are crazier than they seem.
What's one habit you swear you change every year but you almost never do?
Getting back into yoga. I think about it every year because that's how we grew up. We did a lot of yoga, and then I never get back into it.
Hours in a day. We did like hours of yoga in a day. I always tell people it was hours, you guys, plural.
It's in the body though. Like if I get back into it, my body still knows what to do. It's just that I'm not doing it.
Okay, what's one memory of us that you will hold to your heart forever?
There's so many, obviously, but definitely choking up singing our favorite songs when I visited you in Bangalore after being in Japan for like the longest time.
Oh my god, yeah. It was just so much of our childhood.
We tried singing like 4 notes, and that was it.
Yeah. Okay, tell me a lesson that friendship taught you that school and like education, all of that didn't.
That your family is really bigger than it seems. I think I've received way more love sometimes than from the most obvious places. So I feel like my chosen family is more heartful and more beautiful.
Okay, when do you feel most like yourself? On your unicycle.
Unicycle, doing a couple cartwheels, yeah. But waking up earlier than everyone in the morning with a pen and like a coffee and going on a walk somewhere natural.
Okay. So really think about my next question. What scares you more? Failure or stagnation?
Stagnation. 100%. Yeah.
You didn't have to think about it at all, did you?
No.
What's something you want more of in your 30s?
I think I want to take things more seriously because sometimes I've kind of approached things in my 20s with like, oh, I can change it if it sucks. You know, with that attitude of this I don't need to put 100% into things, but I want to try and do that more in my 30s.
Okay, this is a really good one. This is, I think, my favorite question. What's a compliment that you were given when you were younger that just stayed with you?
Okay, I was told that I was a gem and that I'll find my treasure if I keep moving. Also, like the world is your oyster was also told to me around that same time. So, yeah, that was something that totally stayed with me. It made me feel like the world was a bigger place and that I was really special in it.
If younger Maithilee met you today, what would she be surprised by?
So I think she would see that I can read a room like really quickly and that I have unique personal relationships with everybody. Like I'm friends with the heroes and the demons who don't get along, you know, in a genuine way. Yeah.
Okay, this one is a yes or no question. Therapy, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Would you relive your 20s? I feel like I'm going to answer this for you. Yes, you would. Over and over again.
Give it back to me. Give it back. Let it stay.
Okay. Are you more or less hopeful now than you were in your 20s?
More hopeful than I've ever been.
I think these things become just more real now, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, you have more agency to really do something you hope for, yeah.
This is my second last question to you. Do you believe everything happens for a reason? This is a destiny question.
Damn, girl. I don't think so. I think there are difficult things that happen to people and they never find out why. I think not necessarily. I don't think everything's really written out that way in the clouds and stars.
Okay. Last question. Send a message to 40-year-old Maithilee. What would you say to her? This is like a time capsule thing.
Say take all that charm and starry-eyed dreaming and take it to the next level. Make it galactic, baby.
Make it galactic, baby. With that, Maithilee, have a beautiful 30s. This is going to be a super exciting decade. And I hope this podcast also is part of it. And I hope I'm part of it. And it's going to be beautiful, man. Yeah!
Man, come get some cake with me.
So that was the end of a very special, very unique segment. But special and unique is kind of the name of the game for this episode. Maithilee, tell us why.
So, in this month-long journey that Gary and I have had putting together this podcast, we've obviously been reaching out to our dear, dear friends. And it's February, it's the month of love, and leading up to Valentine's Day, everyone's coming in to share something a little special with us. So, you can definitely be excited for that.
As part of that, we also reached out to some of our friends that we haven't spoken to in ages. So, what we're going to do for the second half of this segment is share a snippet from a conversation with a friend who, I mean, I'd say we spent so much of our time with. Maithilee would play tag with him for hours and hours and literally run all over campus.
And through the years, and it never ended, and it hasn't ended.
Yeah. And for me, he's been a dear friend right through school, a very, very special person. And so we're super excited to have this next little segment. So head over there.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Dash Sisters podcast. We're throwing it back with a really special and important friend to our life growing up, and I'll let Gary introduce this person to you next.
Our friend who we have here is you can already hear him laugh at us, which kind of describes our relationship with him quite well. He's an old friend of ours from, I want to say, 7th grade. 2008 was when our friend joined school. And since then, he has been a disruptive influence in our lives, somebody who will speak to us with no filter. He lives in London. He's a software engineer. So I welcome to our podcast, Mr. Meghnath Pillai. Meghnath, hi.
Hey, man.
Hi, guys.
Is that your podcast voice? You're like, hi, guys.
Yeah, that's what everyone does, right? Hey, guys.
It's a very cute
That's
voice.
what Maithilee did. Oh, yeah.
Okay, tell our listeners, introduce yourself. Who are you? What's your story, man? What's happening?
That's such a wide question. I can't.
It's such a good question. Such a general, like, introduce yourself question is a great question.
What do I say? I'm just a guy. I'm just a chill dude.
Oh, I'm just loving that our podcast guest of choice is a man of apparently very, very few words. Tell us how you ended up in London.
I think it was during COVID. I was bored at home. And then I thought I should do something. I was working as a software engineer in India as well. Then I got stuck at home for like a year. And then the world was going to end. So I'm like, let me see the end of the world up front seat. The world was uncertain at that point of time. So I was like, I'd try for uni as well because I thought having a master's degree makes sense. And uni life is pretty chill. So you can do whatever you want. I think that's the only time you get to like pursue what you really want to do. I'm not talking about the course because the course is something which I didn't do at all, I guess. I went 2 days in the whole year to the classroom. So I'm a person who works on stuff you see on your screen and make sure companies are able to track you and spy on you whenever they do your stuff. Basically, I work with the ads team. So what they do is sell ads to local businesses or let local businesses display ads. What I like about what I do is that I can build stuff. I can build almost anything that I can imagine of. And that power gives it feels like it gives you freedom. I don't know. Like you can do whatever. What were you interested in?
Is that how you got into it? Because you wanted to build stuff?
Yeah, it's like autonomy. Like you can make more tangible things on the internet or inside a computer than you can do outside.
Okay, Meghnath, when I think about you, I think about what is it, 13, 14, 15-year-old you. We all grew up, together in like this valley in like a pretty cool place that had a lot of nature. We all came from different backgrounds, and I remember you being absolutely excellent at like studying. I remember you being like ambitious, which is really new for all of us who had been in the like valley for a while, because we were like, we never did tests, for example, before the 8th grade, and Gauri and I, we cried when we got our first math. I don't know if you remember this first math exam that we got. We looked at each
Really?
other and we're like, yeah, we looked at each other, Gauri, and we looked, and actually I gave up first. I'm like, I can't do this shit. What do you mean I have to do this in like an hour? And like there are all these questions and I don't know how to calculate. And then I get up and I give my paper, and then I'm like teary-eyed, and then she's doing her thing. She's doing her first
She's drawing
exam.
flowers at the corner of her
She's probably
paper.
drawing flowers. She's doing her thing, and then she sees me, and I'm like almost crying, and then she loses it. She starts crying too. She gives her paper, and then we leave the classroom. So that's who we were, right? We were not
Really?
like we had no sense of freaking ambition, Gauri, the way. But then you came in, Meghnath, around that time, and I think you had more like, I think morality was a big thing for you. Like you'd fight for what you wanted. You wouldn't care. You'd like fight with teachers, fight with your friends, and you'd fight with anybody. So tell me a
Still
little
do.
bit about that. Does that sound true to who you were back then, or have
I'm
things
just gonna
changed? Have they not?
I'm gonna add to that a little bit, because this is the image I have of Meghnath on campus, right? On Sundays there was no schedule, we could do whatever the hell we wanted. And so people would be climbing trees, playing and singing and walking around campus in sports. Meghnath would walk around with a textbook in his arm. And like I think you were the only one who was doing that. People were reading books, but like Harry Potter and stuff. But he'd be walking around with a math textbook, like one Aryabhatta fellow, you know?
But not like not in a nerdy way, right? He was actually
No.
really cool. You were always cool, I think everyone saw you
Debatable.
that way. I think everyone agrees. But you were also very good at what you wanted to do. So that was like very, I think, interesting for us to have a fellow classmate who was very different just such a different way.
When I arrived at school, it was new to me. Like it was like you go to this place and you don't have school uniforms and you can do whatever you wanted, kind of like, in the sense that this is how I describe school to people: is this is a place where people who are good at something can actually get really good at that and not think about all the other distracting stuff around. Like it could be subjects, it could be like math, it could be science, it could be whatever. If you didn't like it, you didn't have to really become excellent at that. You could be excellent at what you wanted to do. So, for example, like when I saw you guys, it was more like what you guys are doing right now. Like you're doing this, you're getting people out here, making them talk, like, creating content. Like, and I feel you guys did create content at that point of time as well, in your own way. And I really, I really found that was like amazing. So at school, when I first landed there, I just was like kind of taken aback in the sense that what do you do? But over there, everyone was competing with themselves. Like in the sense, you guys were trying to get good at what you did because you were passionate about it. Like I could see that, and then I was thinking, what am I passionate about? I wasn't, I guess, passionate about something at that point in time, and I found that I like sciences because I like knowing how the world works, and even today I read stuff about all of this. It's not part of my job, but I like it. I feel the world is more than what we go through, and I'm a very non-conformist person, so I don't buy all of the information sold to me because I know all of that's fabricated. But anyways, that's a digression.
We were thinking about asking you this interesting question on the word competition, but Gauri, you want to talk about that?
Can I say something? Okay. I mean, I don't want to tell it as a reply, but everyone was competitive, right? Competition ruins the fun out of things. When people didn't have to compete, they got good. So when exams came in, I feel people weren't true to themselves. I was just good at exams because I felt that this was interesting to me. Like I needed to know what it was, and this was my way of testing my own understanding of something. And I thought these questions would answer that. It did to an extent, but yeah, but
No,
competition ruins stuff, I feel.
yeah, so actually, so when we were, Maitli and I were discussing, what some of those, touchstone points we wanted to discuss today, it was this word that we kept coming across, right? Because we were like, it's not exactly competition, right? Maitli was like, it's ambition, actually. And what you were saying
Yeah.
about morality thing as well. So and I'll tell you, this is an anecdote that I remember that I think captures this really well. Eighth grade, that is, well, like 13 years old. There's a math exam, like these test exams that are happening.
Another
From
math
Meghnath's face, you
exam.
can already tell that he knows which story is
He
coming.
knows.
I don't know which one.
It's
Yeah.
one of the math exams.
Yeah, well, there's like a test math exam. It's not like a year ender or anything like that. But I remember you and another classmate of ours had gotten 99, both of you, yeah, right, in math. Already, the second one after that was something like 62 or something. So you all were already ahead, way ahead than anyone else. But it mattered to you, right? You're like, I've earned this. So you all already had that like sense of right and wrong and all that. And then I remember that our other friend, he took your paper to see, how his competitor is doing, found a mistake, told our maths teacher to dock you by 1 mark. So he would be 99 and you would be 98. And the rage fit that you throw, I'll never forget, because you're like, how can you do this? How can you do this? How can you give my paper to him? Because he could have, this is always so interesting to me, right? You weren't like, oh, I should get as much as him, nothing. You were like, he could have tampered with my paper. This process is incorrect, right? That was your whole fighting point. So you always had this very clear set of like, correct, incorrect, right, wrong. And I wonder where that came from. Did it develop in school? Did it come from who you were before?
I think everyone has that compass, right? Like what they feel is right and what they feel is wrong. So if someone takes something of yours and does something with it, I'm like, no, what's the process? There's a test. That's also a process which I have agreed to like go ahead with. And I sat and did something according to you. Now there's a certain set of rules that you have to follow to like finish that process.
Like
So
a
you
social
help.
contract.
Yeah, everything's a social contract. Like society is based on like imaginary norms. If someone tells you to do something, you make sure they also hold up their end of the bargain.
How much of it for you is like an emotional thing? Back then, when we were like 13, when something felt wrong, I'm sure it was like an emotional feeling first, like something feels like possibly violated or you're upset. And so I wonder how much of that compass is like from your upbringing, maybe you saw examples in your life growing up and that's why you feel these things must be the way they must be and that's why you feel hurt? Or are these like constructs that you deeply believe in from a very long time? You know what I mean?
Why are you laughing? I want to know. Why he's been laughing from that time.
He's found a joke in his mind and...
Yeah, I can. I said I didn't sign up for therapy, but yeah.
Who hurt
No,
you? Tell me about your trauma.
Maithilee, one-on-one session every month, yeah.
Okay.
No, but no, not at all. Like, I mean, when I was a kid, I was more uptight, I guess. Now I'm more relaxed, much more relaxed. When I was a kid, I think I just had a sense of justice, I guess. Like, it's something I believe in. Like, it was just my perspective of if you make a certain set of rules, then I also feel there's like a fair way to like impose those rules anywhere you go.
I like the word that you use, the word justice, right? I think Maitli and I were like
Justice
teetering
is
around
great.
that word.
Yeah.
We were saying ambition, morality, whatever. Justice really was your brand, right? And so
The
you have this
Avengers.
idea of justice, but you were also a bit of an anarchist, I'm not going to lie, because you were like, I'm not going to do sports. I'm only going to study the way I want to. Like you had a very set sense of who I am, this is Meghnath, this is who he is. And
And
you
he
are
could stand
right.
up against authority too, right? Like he didn't care
Absolutely.
about
And
that
you
kind
didn't
of
even
stuff.
care about the repercussions of standing up to authority. And you're right. Everybody does have their own moral compass. Even at that age, there is a sense of morality. But the way that it came with it wasn't a plastic scale. It was a steel scale. You know what I mean? I have no other way to describe it. You were sure. How does a 13-year-old find sureness?
Yeah.
No, I mean, I felt sure about this because that's how I felt. So we talked about textbooks and all of that. It's a digression, but still, like the first book which I checked out of the library was Bram Stoker's Dracula. I was just thinking about that
Oh.
very recently. And
Hmm.
I kind of relate to the villains because it's all perspective. For me, it's like one poor soul cooped up in one castle, waiting for the love of his life to return in like years to come. Like that's what Dracula's sitting there and doing, and he like drinks blood every now and then. That's okay. You eat meat. I mean, people eat meat.
Mhm.
So that's also killing, right?
My next question is actually to both of you, okay? Because both of you are from India, are living
Where are
elsewhere,
you from?
Maithilee.
Oh,
I'm
okay,
also from
sorry.
India, but I'm living in India. So just questions being asked.
Mm. Like,
And both of you are living in, different countries than the country of your origin. I was having a conversation with a friend recently, and they were talking about how much they miss the simple, who also lives elsewhere, and they were talking about how much they miss the simple things in life, like their mother's, dal and like the basic cooking that they do, stuff like that. And so I wonder, like, what it's like to live in a different country. Actually, Maitli, you can maybe start us off and talk about like what is the great thing about living elsewhere? And what is something that you've actually lived quite a few years now, 11 years, 12 years away from home?
11 now, yeah.
Yeah. What do
Since
you miss?
after school, so yeah.
Yeah, this is a say nice things
What
about
do I
India
miss?
segment. But what do you miss? What is it like?
Easy. My answer is very easy, guys. I freaking miss mangoes. I know I talk about it a lot, but I miss it like that. I miss like Alfonso mangoes. There's nothing better in this on earth. But I miss like, sunshine. It's surprising, but I miss like dust on the road. I miss that stuff. Yeah. Also miss how the weather's always favorable. You can, I like anklets and earrings and all that like beautiful Indian woman accessories. I kind of miss that. I don't get to like jewel up as much here. So
Yeah.
like things like
And what's
that.
the perks of
Obviously
living abroad?
friends.
Hmm.
Perks of living abroad. I don't really see it as abroad, because I moved a little bit young. I think I was 18 when I moved, so I kind of grew up here, on some level. I did grow up. Let's hope I grew up. But
I
I
don't think so.
think I knew that was coming, obviously.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's a good.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
Today's thing
So
is Meghnath is anti growing up.
it's a good thing.
I think it's
It's
overrated.
like,
Boring.
but I think like originality. Like I think everything that happened in my life here was because of like my own two hands, and like I've been broke, and I've not had bus money sometimes in Kyoto, and it was hellish, and I really learned how to do like life by myself. I've been in good relationships and bad relationships, and whatever like little life I have right now, I know that it's like all mine. Like I can be, even if it's not like the most glittery thing at all, like I know that this home that I live in is like the freaking cash that I made from my little jobs or big jobs. I know that it's all 100% authentically, originally mine, and I can like stand for it, and I can tell you stories about it that are like that are nobody else's. So I think I kind of love that, and it's been a hell of a ride. Sometimes I've had like tough times, but I know that I can go into any room and talk about something in a way that's totally original. So I think that's kind of my take on it, like building something away from like family and everything in a language that away from that becomes something that's truly your own in a unique kind of way. So,
Wow. Can I
what
clap?
about you, Meg Spille?
No, what did you say? You say, can I clap?
Yeah, that's very real, right? I could imagine like what it feels like.
Yeah, honestly, like my, like, what is it, 18 to like 20 something? Like, I thought my awkward years were at school, like growing up and like rabbit teeth and, all this stuff. I thought that was my awkward time, but actually, guys, it takes longer. I feel like looking back at early 20s in Kyoto, like finding myself not really having style or like any of this stuff, like don't know how to be an adult anyway. Like the awkwardness lasted a while, but I think like by mid-20s, I kind of found myself a little bit and, had a set number of friends, and I knew places that I loved, and, you kind of find yourself a little bit that feels real and kind of powerful because you can play from that, you can flirt from that, you can find people and attract a kind of world. But what's your journey been like, Meghnath? Like being there and like also starting a life that's completely your own, but away from mom and everything, in India. But has it been like exciting, frightening?
No. I mean, I don't think I'm scared of anything in this world. I miss home, which is like my home back in Trivandrum. I miss that. I miss getting up late and not thinking about stuff and then just having really good food. Yeah, it's very relaxed there, right? Like I don't need to take up much like, or have much agency there and things to happen. But also on hindsight, like I like to have full agency of things. So yeah, sometimes it's good. So going back for vacation is good. Yeah, I think it's more about people than the place. Place is fine, but people and how it feels to be around them. I guess that's what I miss.
I feel like we've been doing some fairly heavy topics till now, right? Like villains and
Yeah.
heroes and home and loneliness.
Yeah.
And we've scarred
And
Meghnath from the looks
psychoanalysis.
of it. So we have a game segment. First question, Meghnath, what's your battery percent on your phone?
100.
100.
Is it because you've just woken up, or are you generally a high battery individual?
I keep it plugged in. I have the standing, like, what is it called? The dock or something here. So
Yeah. Okay, Maithilee, what's your battery percentage?
49.
I feel like, but I think generally Maithilee is the 2% type of character.
Yes. It's
Yeah.
like 6.
It drives me crazy. My partner has this problem as well. And I think people, like full battery people, find 1% people. And then they end up together.
yeah, I agree.
The only reason mine is at 49 is because of this podcast. Like, I have to be aware now. I need these devices.
Yeah.
What's your battery percentage?
It's at 39%, but that's because I'm using my phone to record. Before the podcast, it was at 90. Next one.
What's your most used emoji? And think fast.
Laughing emoji, I guess.
The laughing, like the laughing, crying?
Yeah, no, the laughing, crying, or falling to the side.
Oh,
That emoji.
the raffle. Maithilee, what's
I
yours?
see that about you. I think the white heart.
What does that mean?
It's like I like something. I love something in a peaceful way. I don't know.
Mine's the
What's yours?
sparkles.
Oh yeah.
What
I
does
see
that
that.
mean?
I see.
Like, wow.
It's
Like, that's what I think. If someone sends me that, I'm like, oh, I should be bedazzled by this.
like light. It's like goodness. Like, hey, it's actually a multi thing. It's like, yay, or like, have fun. It's actually wow. So, yeah. But there's actually a fair deal of like debate on emoji stuff. If you look up folding hands or namaste on the emoji search, it won't show up. It shows up a hi-fi. So it's actually a hi-fi emoji.
Oh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I work at a remote company. So most of the like conversations happen on text, and I'm a bad texter. So initially I had trouble like getting up to this, and I've seen like I like do something nice for someone, and then they put this up. So I'm like, why are you like praying? Like, or why are you like? Is it like finally or like what is it?
Yeah, it's hi-fi. That's what I'm saying. Okay, next question. And you can't lie, okay? What's the last thing you Googled?
Okay.
Maithilee, this is something stupid. I can tell from her face.
It is something
How do you
stupid. Meghnath, you get to start because you're the guest.
So my Chrome, I mean, I use Brave, so it doesn't have
Okay.
any history of whatever I searched. I think last thing I asked Claude, how would we do something for a server? And like I give it trick questions, like make it solve something to see if it did the same way as I did it. Basically, I have an idea and I want to stress test it. Yeah, this is my pastime.
My Google DC shoes. Because I have like an old pair of DC shoes that I bought for skateboarding that I haven't been skateboarding, so I'm like, I'm gonna sell these. So I took pictures this morning and I put it up and I sold it, and I was like just checking the authenticity of DC shoes. Super random. Gotta go.
Mine is I Googled the meaning of staggered. because I wanted to tell someone at work that that the posting schedule for something is going to be spread across time. And the word that naturally came to me was staggered, but I was like, I don't think that's what staggered means. Like, you know. So then
That's so funny.
so then I looked it up, and they were like, no, you know, something without balance and like without base. I was like, no, I'm not trying to say that I'm going to have an unbalanced posting schedule. I think I say a lot of stuff really wrong because I'm like I'm going for meanings of words based on how they sound, right? But yeah, that's what I googled.
You know, if you
last.
said staggered in a text to me, I would totally understand what you said. Like,
Exactly,
I would get
because
the meaning.
the sound
right?
is like staggered.
It's
So,
also
yeah.
staggered,
No,
right? Like, in the sense, it's not like one after the other. It doesn't follow a pattern. That's what I would think of it as. So
Yeah, like spread out. I don't know. Anyway,
yeah,
either
I think
way,
it makes sense.
all of us are
Yeah.
wrong. It means something else entirely. So yeah.
Do you have any questions for us, Meghnath?
What's the most? I have a story. That's why. Maybe what's the most fun memory from school?
I mean, I have so many, but the one that comes to me right now is like, it was, you know how we were so cool in school, right, guys? We'd like rock on our chairs, right? Like, we'd like listen to the class, but rock it on our chairs. Some people were really good. Meghnath, I think you were really good. I did some of it, but I know the best rocker, you know who I'm talking about, was Rishwik. But then one fine day, I can't remember which class, but one fine day, Rishwik was rocking like hell and he fell and everyone like laughed and it was like this huge like eruption of laughter. And the way he fell was like, you know, his hands and his
he's trying to
legs.
like, you know, rescue himself, but that didn't work. He tried his best. Yeah.
How embarrassed. I'm sure he's embarrassed for life.
Yeah. I think it's
What
actually
about
hard.
yours?
Yeah, it's hard to pick one because I feel like a lot of stupid shit can happen over 8 years. But there's one thing that's like, I think one of the most dramatic moments in life.
Yeah.
There was and like sports and like finals games and stuff like that was such a big deal on campus, right? Like senior boys finals of tennis or senior girls finals of tennis or all the big shit. So I remember it was one of those super intense senior boys tennis matches. There was a finals match and I don't even remember who was playing, but it was like super intense. The point was really close and close. And then one of the players hits this really beautiful, really skillful shot, right? And I won't name them, but one of our friends goes, "What a tatisra, mama!" And the whole court that is super silent. That's one of the best moments. But that it was the humanity just exploded out of him, you know?
That's what I like about sport, though.
It was epic as hell. Yeah.
That brought back memories.
What's yours? What's your
funniest memory?
I also have a few. I pull a lot of pranks, but one of the pranks I pulled, I don't know if you remember. So we were, I think in 8th grade, we used to stay like on the same floor, girls and boys dorm. And one of the best cricket players in our class, and one of my like even close friends then, he was sleeping. And then I had this idea that, he's sleeping so well and peacefully. I had some rope lying around. I tied him to the bed where he was asleep. So it involved tactics of like putting the rope around softly and just tighten it in one go. When he gets up, there's no way to get out.
Oh my God.
And then I had a scissor. I gave it to him and said, this is how I'm going to help you. Take the scissor, get out if you can. Maithilee was running around like this on that floor. And I called her and I showed her, there's something happening here. I don't know if you remember. And then she looked at him, laughed at him, and then she couldn't stop laughing. He got so like agitated that and he had to play cricket. Like he was the captain or he had to set stuff up. So he was just taking that much needed nap. Then she was laughing and running around there. After some time, I can hear someone running with like intent. And then when I look, it's him running with the scissor and I just hide. He chases Maithilee and then they both like go, there's a hot pursuit happening there. And finally it ends up with her hair getting snipped. I don't know.
I remember this, and I was like, I can't believe that happened to me because of what you did. Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah, and it always happens that I start something, and no, it doesn't come back to me. It goes out into the world and explodes somewhere else. It's like I got like validation
I'm
that,
not
okay,
so
it's a funny
bad.
joke.
I'm not so bad. At least it's a joke
Yeah,
for
it's a
someone,
joke.
right? Oh my god. Right, Meghnath, thanks so much for coming and like talking about old memories, pranks, villains, heroes, a whole bunch of things. Looking back to like those school years, those are like some serious foundational years, and I hope you agree that we actually learned some of our biggest life lessons at that time that kind of impact the rest of our lives. On that very wise note, Tag, you're it.
You're it. I never got tagged. But anyways,
Oh,
thank you
God.
guys. It was a lot of fun catching up with you. Like, I mean, for me, it was not like a podcast. It was like a catching up session, a long due catch up session, which needed to
Yeah.
happen. It was fun, and yeah, sometimes I felt like I had my therapy session going on, but this was fun.
Yes, and thanks to all of you listeners for tuning into this episode. Because for us, it was just catching up with a very old friend, a very chaotic friend, a very dear friend. So thank you all for tuning in, and stay tuned for the next episode coming next Wednesday. See you guys. Bye bye.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, and press the bell notification. Yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Meghnath. Ding.